Magic is creating the illusion that you can defy the laws of nature. This is magic.
Magic is creating the illusion that you can defy the laws of nature.
Science is the study of how the natural world works. This is science.
Biome, sweet biome.
Biomes. A biome is a large region on the Earth characterized by a particular community of living organisms. And Earth has some truly amazing biomes. Tundra, forest, ocean, freshwater, desert, grassland. A community isn't just one thing. It's a community. It's a community of living things. It's a community of living things that have adapted to a certain set of environmental conditions like temperature, soil, amount of sunlight, and water. A biome is not tiny either. It covers a large area of the Earth. For instance, a mud puddle isn't a biome. Also, don't confuse a biome with an ecosystem. There's a difference. An ecosystem is the interaction between living and non-living things. A biome is a place on the planet where they're found. A biome, like the ocean, can contain many ecosystems, such as a coral reef. In an ocean biome, on a coral reef ecosystem, a parrotfish munches on coral, pooping out sand. See the connection between the living parrotfish and the non-living sand? That's the ecosystem. But the biome is where all of these interactions and connections are actually taking place. The physical place. Biomes are fascinating because they are so different. Covering more than 70% of our planet, the ocean is the largest biome of all.
Is that true?
Yeah, Rusty, 70%.
Well, shut my mouth and call me messy. That is a lot.
To live in the ocean, plants and animals have to deal with a unique environment, a saltwater environment. Ever accidentally taken a gulp of salt water? To live in or above it requires special adaptations. Animals have to drink salt water, then get rid of all that salt. Fish are an extraordinary example. They survive by excreting it out their gills. Albatross leak salty water out their nostrils. Tundra biome. Earth's coldest biome covers 1/5 or 20% of the Earth's land area. The tundra is often windy, cold, and covered with snow. To find it, head to the North Pole, where the ground is frozen permanently. That's why it's called permafrost. Brrr, frosty. In summer, however, the tundra does warm up, and the top of permafrost can melt. Plants like moss, lichen, and flowers grow, and animals like muskox, Arctic hare, and reindeer get to chow down. As the Earth warms, the permafrost is melting, threatening the creatures that live in this biome. Grasslands biome. Grasslands cover 1/4 or 25% of Earth's land area. They exist where there is plenty of sunlight. They're usually flat, open, and in the middle of continents. Savannas. Tropical grasslands are often called savannas. They require a hot climate with 20 to 50 inches of rain a year. Interestingly, savannas need both rain and drought. During the drought, fires burn, keeping the trees from taking over. Something else can help a savanna. Elephants. Elephants eat leaves, strip bark, and trample trees, making room for grass to grow. Temperate grasslands. These receive moderate precipitation, and because their soil is deep, dark, and rich, many of them have been converted into farms. Much of our food comes from grasslands. Forest biomes. The forest biome is much more than just trees. Think of salamanders and slugs and wolves and woodpeckers. Forests cover 1/3, or about 33% of Earth's land area. Some scientists split the Earth into more than 6 biomes. For example, there are 3 different forest biomes: temperate, tropical, and boreal. Generally speaking, they are classified according to their latitude. They are each unique. Temperate forest biome. Temperate forests are found between 23.5 degrees north and 23.5 degrees south. Deciduous trees, trees that lose their leaves, dominate most, but not all, temperate forests. Tropical forest biomes. Tropical forests cluster around the equator, where they receive 12 hours of direct sunlight, and the winter isn't cold. They get about 80 inches or 200 millimeters of rain every year.
8 inches of rain?
No, 80 inches of rain.
I gotta get myself a bigger bucket.
With all that sun and rain, plants grow and grow and grow. Tropical forests, like the rainforest, have high biodiversity. That means a huge variety of living species. Boreal forest biomes. Boreal forests are also called taiga. Not tiger, taiga. They are found in the north between 50 and 60 degrees latitude, where it's cold and snowy. Their soil is pretty poor. Most of the trees are evergreens with needle-like leaves. Animals living there include lynx, weasel, hawks, and hares. Desert biomes. We think of deserts as hot and dry, but they aren't always hot. In parts of the Arctic, where winter temperatures hover around 32 degrees, there are also deserts. Typically, deserts receive less than 20 inches of precipitation a year. That's what makes it a desert. This biome covers about 1/5 of Earth's land area. With so little water, the soil is coarse, rocky, and shallow. Plants are limited to those with special adaptations like spines and leaves that reflect light well. And reptiles that can survive without much water are common. Freshwater biomes. Freshwater biomes cover only a tiny bit of our planet, but they are filled with life. Freshwater exists in many forms. Rivers, ponds, streams, wetlands. You and I depend on freshwater for drinking, electricity, and fun. Freshwater is super important to us. Because freshwater is limited and absolutely critical for life, people work very hard to protect it from pollution. Did you know that less than 3% of the Earth's water is freshwater?
What? Are you kidding me? The freshwater biome is really important to humans, but it's only 3% of the whole water on the planet.
Yep, that's absolutely true. The freshwater biome is extremely important to human beings, and not only is it only 3%, technically speaking, it's actually a little less than 3% of the water on the planet Earth. A biome is a large region on the Earth, characterized by a particular community of living organisms that live there. Every biome, whether it's the ocean, the tundra, or the desert, or freshwater, or grasslands, has unique environmental conditions, and the fauna and flora have adapted to those conditions. Each biome is unique and supports particular communities of living creatures.
Well, shut my mouth and call me messy.
That was, on my part, terrible, so I'm going to do it again.